Did you recently try to improve your structure and failed? Don't despair. I'm David Stiernholm, and in this episode of Done, I'll support you in taking a new, simpler approach. But first, how do you reward yourself when you've done something well? Recently, I saw a writer share an ingenious way to celebrate that she had leveled up, and it sounded truly clever. I share the idea in a short video, and you'll find a link to it in the show notes. You might be biting off more than you can chew and trying to improve your structure. For quite some time, you've been feeling increasingly stressed. The hours no longer seem to be enough. It has become more the rule than the exception that something urgent pops up just as you sit down to finally tackle something that's been hanging over you for far too long. Even though you've thought this is temporary and that things will return to normal soon, you're beginning to sense that something radical needs to change. So you decide to get a handle on how you structure your work. It's something you read, something you hear, something you see that sparks the crucial motivation. This, you think, this can do. This will make a difference. So you get started. You feel inspired. You create new, smartly named folders, begin building a hierarchical tree that maps out everything you're working on, and come up with a better way to do something you do often. You make some progress, but then something urgent happens that you need to prioritize instead. You plan to continue structuring later, but once the first fire is put out, a new one flares up elsewhere. You fall more and more behind and feel increasingly discouraged. The half-finished, not fully implemented structure creates more confusion than order. You resign yourself to thinking you're hopeless, but you're wrong. Of course. Do this. When you can't manage the big structural overhaul you set out to do, think less. Make a smaller change than you initially attempted. Define fewer actions than you thought you'd have time for. Break your structure building into smaller steps than before. If you've outlined a structure improvement project, these are the to-dos it consists of. Make them shorter in terms of time required. And you know what? Shrink all of these even more. If you're one of us who tends to take on too much, chances are high you've overestimated how much you'll even manage of this less. What matters now is making it easy for yourself to move forward toward a better structure and a less stressful daily life. Because if you take a smaller structural step than the one you failed with, your chances of success increase this time. Bit by bit, you'll gain more control over your work situation as your structure becomes more aligned with how you want it to be. What's the smaller structural step you want to take next? Please write and tell me. Perhaps I can offer a helpful word. Maybe I can suggest a tool or method that would make things easier for you. You can reach me as usual at david@stiernholm.com. Thank you for today and see you again next week.